It's coming, it's almost done. It's ready, and I want something good, something sweet, something cool. It's a treat. Amelia love, Amelia love, Amelia love. It's Amelia love.
Welcome to the second webisode of Amelia's Kitchen. I am your host, Joshua Kennedy. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. Any support that you offer, I am very thankful. And speaking of being thankful, I'd like to give some thanks to a very cool newfound friend of mine. Her name is Chandrella Avery. Some of you are already familiar with her. She's played in Napoleon Dynamite. She has played in the movie Domino with Monique, which that's Oscar winner Monique. I have to add that in there now. And then also she played in the show Cuts as Candy. It was a spinoff of the UPN show One on One. So definitely is someone that you want to keep following, because I know she's going to do some really great things in the future. And you can follow her at her name on Twitter, Chandrella. That's all you have to do. Shondrella. Chandrella. It's that simple. So sweetheart, this show is for you. Today what we're doing is what I call beat a cold to death spicy chicken noodle soup. Once again, the name of this recipe is beat a cold to death spicy chicken noodle soup, and that is exactly what the soup does. And the reason it does that, you'll soon find out. Now, what we have here is some hot water. I've already taken the liberty of turning the stove on and getting the water real hot for us. And cameraman, I want you to zoom in on this for me as well. And then that way you can probably see the steam coming from the water right now. And you always want to have that going. The reason you want the water hot before you put anything in there is because you want the butter to melt quicker, because we'll add butter to this. So we already have that going. Now we're about to go over to the ingredients that makes this a beat a cold to death spicy chicken noodle soup. What we have here is 2 cups of macaroni noodles. Now of course those 2 cups are uncooked beforehand, but what I've done is I've taken the liberty of cooking them already. So that is a small bowl of 2 cups of macaroni noodles. We also have 3 cans of 5-ounce chicken, and that is a really good thing. Now let me tell you this, chicken can be expensive sometimes. For those of you who are in the Los Angeles area, please know that you can go to the 99-cent store and get cans of chicken for 99 cents a piece. I'm telling you personally, the 99-cent store has saved my life on more than one occasion, because when you a baller on a budget, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Now, as for the other ingredients, we have a 1/4 cup of garlic salt. The garlic, of course, as we all know, is good for the immune system. Anytime that you have a cold or anything, you always want to get garlic into your system to boost up your immune system to help kick that cold out. The other thing that we have is lemon pepper. With the lemon pepper, we have a 1/4 cup of that. The lemon pepper is very spicy, and with spice comes kicking things out of the system. Germs, so forth, being one of them. And I mean, you can look this stuff up too. And we want it spicy. That's why we have a 1/3 cup of hot sauce right here as well. And then also next to the hot sauce, we have a 1/4 cup of honey. Honey is a natural antibiotic. For those of you who don't know, you can use honey actually in lotions and things of that nature to help preserve it better, because it fights off germs. So for those of you who didn't know that, now you know something new. We also have 3 tablespoons of butter, and what we're going to do is combine all of that. Now this, cameraman, I need you to zoom in on this for me, because this right here is Bird's Eye Steam Fresh. Now let me be the first to say, I'm not one to promote or advertise something unless I'm getting paid for it. However, this is where I make an exception, because this stuff is the best. Not just their mixed vegetables, just the green beans, their peas, or whatever. Anything that comes in this Steam Fresh, which you can put in the microwave for 5 minutes, and it's a done deal. You're good to go. And this is perfect for those who want a really fresh taste to their vegetables. Once again, I don't promote it unless I'm being paid for it. However, this is the exception because this is such a good product. You can use a bag of mixed vegetables, a steam fresh, or you can use a can of mixed vegetables, whichever works best for you. But if you want that really, really fresh taste, this is the bag that you want to use. Now, what we're about to do is get started with adding the ingredients into our pot here, which we have a gallon of water in this pot. So that's what you need. You need a gallon of water for this pot. I'm about to add in the mixed vegetables first. Luckily, I have some scissors on standby, which makes it easier to add in. So what we've done is we've added our vegetables. That's one less thing out the way. Now, what we're about to do, we're going to add in our chicken. We're going to do it very, very slow and very, very close, because the last thing you want is chicken splashing boiling hot water on you. Because definitely for the men who are cooking, we don't want the hospital to think you cheated on your woman. Read in between the lines. So with this, we're putting the chicken in there. That's a done deal. Now, as for the honey, we're going to get the honey. We'll get that in here too. And I have to do this from this angle so you guys can see me pouring it. I don't want to block the camera here. Now, and the other reason that we're adding this honey to the equation is because this can get really, really spicy. Like, really, really spicy. And what we don't want is too much spice. So the honey helps tone that down, and that's just a tip for future references. Anytime that you're cooking a spicy food, if it comes out too spicy for you, one way to tone it down is with honey. Just put a little bit of honey in it, and that'll balance it out for you. So we've added the honey to that. We're going to go ahead and stir this a little bit now. Just get it stirred up just a little bit in here. Trying to get everything mixed together, because we're making a potent recipe. Alright, now what we're about to do is add the macaroni. And what I'm going to do actually is take some spoonfuls of this and just drop it in there. Now mind you, you have to have a very big pot to do this particular dish, because as you add more stuff, it rises to the top. But that is a done deal now. We have our macaroni in here, and we're going to stir that up some too for this chicken noodle soup, or should I say spicy chicken noodle soup. So we're mixing that together, and I want you to zoom in just a little bit so we can get that a little bit more with the stirring. That way, seeing all of this going in there. And we'll leave the camera on this angle for now so you can see how this is coming together. Too, I'm going to pour the hot sauce in there. And once again, that's 1/3 cup of hot sauce. You can pretty much use any hot sauce you choose. Just, I don't recommend any variants of the hot sauce. Just basic hot sauce. Any brand. Doesn't matter. Right, we'll mix that in there. And when you add the hot sauce, obviously it's going to give it a pinkish color. The water a pinkish color. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. And then next, we want to add a 1/4 cup of the garlic salt. We want to add that in there. And we'll stir that up too. Make sure it gets in there really, really good. I tell you, it's starting to look more and more like Beat a Cold to Death spicy chicken noodle soup. I'm loving it. And for that, let's see here. I'll do lemon pepper. And this is also a 1/4 cup of lemon pepper. You get that in there to make sure we have the right spice, the right kick to it. Stir it up nice and good. Make sure You get it mixed up really well in there. And then finally, what we're adding last is the butter to that. And once again, that's 3 tablespoons for the butter. Now, with the water, once again, you'll boil it at the very beginning. You want it hot. And then after you've added all of your ingredients, you want to turn it down to medium on your stove. And then you place the lid over it. Stir it twice, basically once every 15 minutes. So put the lid over it, wait 15 minutes, stir it, come back after 15 minutes, stir it again, and then you'll be good to go. Once you let this mix for 30 minutes, you will officially have your Beat It Cold to Death spicy chicken noodle soup. Very easy, very basic recipe. Anybody can make this. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoyed the cornbread from last time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today for our second webisode. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email us at ameliaskitchen@glued.tv. Once again, glued.tv. ameliaskitchen@glued.tv. We look forward to the next webisode. Hope you enjoy the food.
It's coming, it's almost done.